Hello aspirants, how are you all? I welcome you to today's session, and in today's session we'll be going to learn about the 5 tips from the Nabard toppers. This will be taught to you by me Ashish Kumar Singh. So without wasting our time, let's get to learn about the 5 tips that can be helpful for you in order to crack Nabard Grade A examination. The first tip is here from a student named Prathat. He has recently cleared Nabard Grade examination in 2022. He has said to continue your higher studied but be disciplined and get out of your comfort zone. Now, why he has said to continue your higher studies is what I asked to him. He said that, sir, many of the students are in dilemma whether we should continue our studies or put a hold after graduation and start preparing for the examination. He said that no, sir, we should continue our master degree if we are interested in the same. Why? Because there are many job roles in Nabard which required promotion, and you will get promotion only when you are having master degree. The promotional job role has an eligibility criteria of getting a master degree. So if we see it from the careers perspective or the careers growth perspective, he said that, sir, it is very easy to study and clear the master examination, and along with that prepare for Nabard grade examination if we are disciplined and we are out of our comfort zone. So you just need to be disciplined and be out of your comfort zone, and you can easily ace both the things in a very easy manner, that is the master degree and along with that Nabard grade A paper. Now let's come to tip number 2. According to tip number 2 and according to Himanshu, he is trying to say that prepare your own notes while learning from various sources. Okay, why he is trying to say that to prepare your own notes? Because students, whenever we try to prepare our own notes, those notes got fixed into our subconscious mind. Okay, whenever we read something, it gets into our conscious mind, right? But whenever we write something, we can remember it for a long term. Why? Because it has got into our subconscious mind and we can retain it as and when required. So while seeing the options, maybe if you don't know the answer, your mind subconscious part will get activated and you can answer that, or you can suddenly recall that. And that is why Himanshu is trying to say to prepare your own notes, and I think this is a very beautiful tip. As according to me also, you should prepare your own notes along with studying. Okay, now let's come to tip number 3. The tip number 3 says that attempt as many mocks as possible. And Anant has said that Oliveboard mocks are of great source. Yes, it is true, because Oliveboard mocks are curated by experts, so they are of great source, and he is trying to say to attempt as many mocks as possible. Why? Because let us assume that you have become disciplined and you have started to prepare notes. Okay, while starting to prepare notes, you will encounter one or two mocks. For example, you are preparing notes, but before preparing notes, you will give one or two mocks. Okay, after we giving the mocks ना, you will see the pattern of the examination. मॉक्स देने से क्या होता है कि हमें एग्जामिनेशन का पैटर्न पता चलता है, और इस एग्जामिनेशन के पैटर्न पे ही हम लोग क्या करते हैं, इस एग्जामिनेशन के पैटर्न पे ही फिर हम लोग अपने नोट्स को क्यूरेट करते हैं. So why mocks are important? Because if we will not give the mocks, then we will continue study anything. लेकिन अगर mocks देते हैं starting में, if we give mocks in the starting, then we can prepare our own notes accordingly. First thing, and secondly, when we have prepared our notes and when we are working hard, we need to practice, है ना? We need to practice. If we do not practice, we might forget everything. So practice regularly is also a key, and Anant is trying to say that practice as much as you can and attempt as many mocks as possible, and just to attempt one or two mocks even before writing your notes is what I am suggesting. That can be very fruitful for you. So this was tip number 3. Now let's come to tip number 4, students. Tip number 4 says that focus on one or two sources only. Don't over learn from multiple sources. Oliveboard sources are of great help is what Alok is saying, who has cleared Nabard grade A in 2022. Why he is saying to focus on 1 to 2 sources? Because student, whenever we try to focus, let us assume that we will focus on 10 sources. So if we will focus on 10 sources, it is damn sure to get confused, right? It is damn sure to get confused, and this confusion might be possible that this confusion can, be a barrier in your success. This confusion can be a barrier in your success. So just follow the best one or two sources and you can easily clear examination, is what Alok is trying to say, and I am totally agreeing with Alok that tip number 4 is just follow 1 to 2 sources. Now let's come to tip number 5. The tip number 5 is that works on the feedbacks given by the teacher and the interview panel. Now you have been disciplined, you have been studying hard, making your own notes, you have been giving mocks, you are getting good marks sometimes, and sometimes you are not getting good marks. At that time, student, what you need to do is study well but work on the feedbacks. Okay, works on the feedbacks given by the teachers and along with that the interview panel. Why? Because they have been teaching it for so long now that they know what the Nabard grade examination will ask or what Nabard grade examination will not ask. And if you have reached the interview level, so just try to give as many interviews as possible, as many mocks interviews as possible, and works on the feedbacks given by the interview panel, so that in the final interview you can ace it. So these were the 5 beautiful tips. These were the 5 beautiful tips which were given by Nabard Grade A toppers in order to increase your chance of selection. So that was all from this session. Thank you very much and see you in next session very soon.